Hi everyone, my name is Gretchel Campbell. I am faculty with academic first year experiences in the linguistics department. Welcome to CSUN and your graduate program. You're about to start an amazing and wonderful journey, but it is definitely a journey. I know firsthand how much that journey has a lot of stress, thinking about all your deadlines, trying to balance school. If you were like me, I was also working full-time when I was a grad student at CSUN in the linguistics department. So you're balancing a lot of things, and sometimes that journey becomes very, very stressful. But I also found a lot of resources while I was a grad student that helped me kind of cope with those stressful moments, as well as learned some positive and effective coping skills I could use along the way. And I really took all those skills to heart and really used them still in my professional life and as I returned back to school to get my second master's degree in social work. So I learned a lot my first round in grad school, which I'm sure all of you will learn a lot. But the biggest thing I learned is stress management and thinking more about my wellness in both my physical wellness and mental health, because I think those two really do kind of lend themselves to one another. Especially while you're in grad school, if you are working full-time or part-time while you're in school as well, and just learning how to balance life. So I think it's really important to talk about stress management, especially for grad students and wellness, because there are things that you're going to have to encounter while you're in school and beyond school. Stress, unfortunately, never goes away, but there are ways to manage it, learn the best coping skills for you, and learn what resources on campus are there to help you with stress and your wellness. For me, when I was a grad student, I really turned to a lot of the resources on campus because I was also a first generation grad student, so I didn't really have a lot of people in my family or even my friends who could really understand what I was going through when it came to balancing school and work and life. So it was important to kind of turn to campus resources to help me kind of learn how to manage my stress with grad school. So the main resources I turned to were these. Number one is the Klotz Health Center. So over at Klotz, I learned that there are also some low-cost services that you can use that help with stress management, or even just if you are feeling anything physical. I use the acupuncture services quite a bit, as well as the nutrition counseling, just because I found my physical health was being affected by all the stress that I was under. I wasn't eating the best. I had a lot of stress that was being, on my body. So acupuncture and talking to the nutritionist really did help kind of have that balance between my physical wellness and my mental wellness. Also, I use the Student Resource Center a lot. I loved their group classes, like their group yoga classes. Really doing physical activities kind of helped me with that stress management, as well as the Oasis Center, which has a lot of different services like nap pods, massage chairs. It's a great on-campus resource if you are feeling maybe like stressed or anxious in the middle of the day and you feel like you need something to just calm you down. It's kind of a little oasis on campus to kind of get your mind off of things, right? It helps to keep your mind a little calmer. So it's a great resource to use while you're on campus. Another resource I use and recommend to a lot of grad students is You at CSUN, which is our online platform that provides guides, videos, articles about different forms of wellness. So it has some articles about stress management that can help you kind of get some tips and tricks that might work for you. It also has some guided meditation videos, which I found really helpful. And it's a great digital resource to have because you might not be on campus to access Oasis, but you might be doing your homework somewhere, right? And you start to feel stressed. So you can log on to You at CSUN, see if there's any suggestions for some stress management coping skills that you could do right away. And it's really helpful to manage those things on the go. Another big resource that helped me with my stress management is the University Counseling Services. And I can't talk enough about all the services and help and resources that they have for students. So number one is they have counseling appointments, one-on-one appointments that students can access. And they also have group therapy appointments that really helped me because they're groups that are specific to maybe like being a grad student. So it's all grad students in that group. I also enjoyed working with the We're First, which is the first generation group. So it's nice to have like-minded people who kind of come from that same background as you, to help you kind of learn from them, and also they learn from you about what you're going through. And this group really helps me because I didn't really have a lot of other friends that were in grad school at the time. So sometimes I needed to talk to someone about the stress that I had, but my connections outside of campus, like my family and friends, probably wouldn't be able to understand what I was going through. So these group therapy really helped me kind of connect to others who were going through the same thing that I was. So I really love University Counseling Services. I think they're an important resource for students to know and to utilize because they offer a lot of support, a lot of tips, a lot of resources that you might not be able to access outside of CSUN. So I definitely encourage you to look into all their services. And from counseling services, I really learned both from the one-on-one sessions and the group sessions, positive and effective coping skills for me. So this is a tip, but it's a kind of a tip that is personalized for you, right? You need to find positive and effective skills that work for you. So for me, I enjoy journaling when I'm feeling stressed. That's really helpful for me. You could go to the Oasis in their Zen garden and kind of write down your thoughts in your journal to help you kind of figure out, get your thoughts on paper. But the biggest thing for me, and I learned from someone from a group therapy session, was to do more physical activities outside. So I started running when I was in grad school, and I joined a running group in my area, and that really helped me to connect to people. Also helped me to kind of manage my stress, and it was like an important group that I had that could help support me and was a resource that I could use throughout grad school. So that's kind of what I learned while I was a grad student, and it's still things that I carry on into my professional life, like I mentioned, and things I use now as a grad student again. So I always try to access all the resources on campus whenever possible. And I think that's important for grad students to think about as well. Because sometimes, we're on and off campus, we're going to school, we're going to work, and we forget to use the resources that are available to us. So yeah, I think make sure to keep those resources in mind if you are feeling stressed or feeling overwhelmed, because there are services in place to help you with those things, right? But yeah, welcome to CSUN. And please make sure to reach out to those that are on campus that are there to help you. You definitely don't have to go through this journey alone. So please enjoy it, and please make sure to use all the services and resources that we have on campus. Thank you.